Yo guys, what's going on? It's Tom for 2 here at Chessman on Lost Ark. Today, just wanted to make a video about what I plan to do on the Ignite server, and sort of where I am progressing wise. So, if you guys like this sort of Lost Ark content, just subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and let's dive right in. So, Ignite servers have been out for about a week now. Um, I was out when the Ignite servers and the new patch Tier 4 came out, so I've been a little bit behind. But just a couple days ago, I made my Ignite server character, and on Ignite servers, if you guys didn't know, you could probably read some of the news, and there's a bunch of other Lost Ark creators who probably made videos about why you should, if you're curious about the game, just make a character on the Ignite server. They give you all this juice mass to get your character straight to the end game. But I'm not going to really talk about any of that, mostly just my personal plans. And if you guys are curious, some of the different things I probably plan to do on the Ignite server before I transfer it onto my main account or the main server that I play on. So, yeah, it's Ignite server just as a summary for everyone who doesn't know, just to give some better context. It's a server that's designed to get you, any new player or returning players, to the end game straight away to 1620, and then once you hit 1620, you can play through, the North Curzon or the most recent MSQ or main story quest, and you could get into Tier 4, which is like where we are currently at. Um, so in Ignite, I personally made an Arcana. I was kind of debating between a bunch of different characters, like a Shadow Hunter, making like a perfect suppression Shadow Hunter, or if I should just make another like Paladin, just to help out with the support shortage for the people I play with. But I decided on Arcana, just because it's a DPS class that's very spammy. Um, I'm playing the Swift crit version. I think it's like the Order of the Emperor Arcana build. And with all the free mats, within like 2 to 3 days, I actually managed to get my character up to 1604. Um, so here it is. I haven't made any new characters yet. What I have seen before I dive right into the specific character is I know a lot of people are making like 6 of the same class, and what you do is you start off, I think at like 1560 as soon as you make the character. But once you make the character, you could easily get it up to like 1580, and then you get 2,000 gold, and then you use that 2,000 gold for every character that you make, and you just start using it for whichever character I guess you would want to transfer on. So in this case, I would just make like 5 different Arcanas here, and then after honing them up to like 1580, I would just use the gold that I get dropped for creating every one of these characters, and I would just use that gold and pretty much resource funnel into this one that I'm going to eventually funnel. I haven't done that yet because I actually hit most of my hones, and I don't have time to be playing and honing, characters from 1560 to 1580. Um, but yeah, that's just something I've heard people do. That's if you got a lot of time on your hands. Um, but yeah, let's just dive right in. You could just create a character, go straight into picking out the classes. I should, thinking about making like a recommended, like, if you're newer to the game, some of the different DPS classes or supports that you are might want to play that you'll have an easier time with, and then like if you're a veteran player just looking to play or have a bit of more of a challenge, then there's certain classes that you might want to try out, right? So as a vet, I decided on Arcana. It's is really squishy. You do need to have good uptime to actually get your DPS off. So it is a little bit more of the one of the more challenging classes to play off. If you're new, but um, as I say to everyone, just play whatever you like. You could always change it later. They come out with express passes and stuff. Um, but yeah, let's dive right in. So this is my Arcana. I found a preset pretty much off the KR Invin, and then just modify it to how I like it. Uh, so as soon as you boot into, I guess, the Ignite server, you start out in Voldus. You're gonna get a bunch of gear. You're gonna get a bunch of like accessories. And you're gonna choose like which one you're gonna, um, I guess, which engravings you're gonna use. But so far, I guess the main juice that you get from the Ignite server is right here. You get the Rising Express. So you start off at 1540, I guess. You get the first box. It's going to give you a bunch of, shards, mats, silver. And you pretty much just hone until you hit 1560, which you get another box, and then so forth. So you get to, there's certain checkpoints that you want to hit along the way: 1560, 1570, 1580, 1590, and then 1595 and 1600. And so I actually honed all this without doing. I think I reached 1600 without actually doing a single raid. Um, so I got pretty lucky with my honing, but the only way to actually get gold in this Ignite server is through doing raiding, right? So as you can see, I'm at 92 gold. I just have one piece left to get up to 1605, and I can claim the new box. And that new box will probably give me some new mats and stuff. So I need to clear Ivory Tower and then clear Thamine left before I could get those. I guess before I could get kind of elixirs and transcendence done and that sort of stuff. So yeah, the cool thing about the Ignite server, they give you some of these like growth missions, and you know, as a vet, there's stuff that I already know, but like if you're newer to the game, you just pretty much follow it and it tells you what to do. Just play however you want, and follow the quest, because they're gonna walk you through some of the very fundamental things about the game, including like chaos dungeons, guardians, raiding, fine-tuning elixirs, that sort of stuff. So yeah, what I've done is, so far I've claimed pretty much the boxes to get, you know, the elixirs done. I cut a bunch of elixirs. They aren't very good, but I think I just need to play solo mode Voldus. But I kind of don't have confidence to play on my Arcana yet, just because I don't know the skills very well, or anything. So yeah, I'd rather just kind of, I have a bunch of buddies who also, you know, made characters on Ignite servers, and we're probably just gonna blast through it together so we get the extra gold. Remember, you get more gold doing raids with you know, other people and in a party versus doing them solo. So I'll probably just do them in a party. And then the end goal is you want to be able to transfer one of your characters from the Ignite server onto your main roster servers. So in this case, what I found is, after I used up all my weapon taps, or my weapon quality taps, and all my armor quality taps, you know, I've got some decent armor taps, but then the main thing that you want is you want that good weapon quality. So I luckily rolled a 94 quality weapon, so that's good enough for me. What people have done that I've heard is they'll make like multiple versions of the same class, like I said, and of course you get a nice, you know, gold amount for just making the character and getting up to 1580. But you get also the same rewards, the same Rising Express kind of boxes from doing all this. So with that gold, or with the extra like box that you get on each of those individual characters, you get the weapon and the armor, you know, those red and blue quality taps, and you just want to try tapping the weapon, see how high it gets, and then you most likely want to keep the one that has the highest quality weapon, is what I would recommend. So that's just coming from me. But yeah, I'm not doing a whole lot with the Ignite server so far, just because as a vet player who already has like an established top 6, I'm just getting a free character pretty much to 1620, want to claim the rewards, that sort of stuff. And that's how I'm going to be playing it. I'm probably just going to wait for my buddies to also like get their characters up to 1600. We'll do Voldus, then we'll get to 1610, and we'll do Thamine. And then once we get to 1620, that's when we transfer over and we get all the rewards, right? So that's just from the veteran perspective, from what I'm doing. I'm not like raiding a whole lot really, and I don't really want to, you know, especially with Aegir coming out next week, and I'm still progging a little bit of Thamine, the first mode, and that sort of stuff. So trying to get that stuff done and not really paying a whole lot of attention with my Ignite server. So I will say right now, for newer players, it is a little bit rough, especially if you want to play with like other people. The abyssal dungeons and stuff, right? There's just not a whole lot of lobbies across like any of these raids, right? So if you plan to start playing Lost Ark for the first time, expect to be playing solo mode for all these new dungeons within the Ignite server first. And just I would just recommend just play whatever you want, give everything a try that you want to try. And if you don't like the game, then you can drop it. If you like it, then you can continue playing it. But it's pretty much a free fast pass to 1620. As long as you just keep up with like doing some of the dailies and that sort of stuff. So they give you a lot of juice though. As I said, without doing a single raid, I got my character up to 1600. I did triangle with some of my friends, and that just gave me some extra gold, and I was able to get up to 1604. So that's where I'm at now with my character in the Ignite server. And I don't want to keep this video too long, so it was just mostly just to showcase what I've done so far on the Ignite server and what you guys think. So yeah, I've got an Arcana now. Might loop it into my top 6. Who knows? We'll see how much I like her as a DPS, but let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.